To pay the money? Yeah, work something out, whatever you can afford. Yeah. You want due date, you want a monthly payment plan, whatever you can work out downstairs. Plead guilty to an added charge of no valid operator license on person. I'll dismiss the drove while license suspended charge. All three of the civil infractions from August 24 would be dismissed, and we're supposed to get a little extra money out of you on a double parking, $245. Is that the deal? Did you read your rights form today? You understand those rights and the options those rights give you? You understand the possible penalty for the no valid operator license on person charge? You understand when that charge goes on your record with Secretary of State, they may resuspend you. Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to the added charge today? Did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township on that date while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied? I'll accept your plea to the added charge. I'll dismiss all of the original charges in keeping with your agreement with the prosecutor's office. What's the status of your license now, Ms. Cloud Brown?
You guys suspended. I was aware.
So you're still suspended? Okay. Are you working?
Very
All right. Looks like you owe us some money on some Huron Township tickets from 2025. Looks like it's about $190. Are you on a payment plan on that? Are you in a position to commit to some kind of regular payments, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly? Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I sentence you on this file?
I thought it was paid. I thought I paid.
Which one? The Huron one? I've shown an impeding traffic that's got $46 due. Looks like you paid most of it. I've got a no proof of insurance that you paid over half. There's $108 due on that. And then I've got a registration or plate charge that's showing 40 out of the original 240. So you've made substantial payments on them.
Yeah, I paid the amount that it's shown, and then later on.
What could happen, I'm going to send you downstairs on this file. So ask them to run you in the computer. What could have happened is civil infractions are on their own clock. All right. So what could have happened is, for example, a 20% late fee hit and you paid right at the same time. So your payment got applied, but it didn't catch up the 20% late fee. I'm just making assumptions, but the computer can tell you that. So when you get downstairs, ask them to confirm that for you. All right. Anything before I sentence today? Okay. All right. So the deal you made with the prosecutor was having you plead responsible to a double parking so we could get more money out of you. I'm not doing that. That's just extra work for Heather. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge you a little bit more than I normally would for the no valid operator's license on person charge, so the prosecutor can get that extra money benefit of the bargain. Understood? All right, so fines and costs on the file, $745. I'm ordering 4 days on the court work program as an alternative to jail. You pick the days. You got to be here the days you've got scheduled. You got to be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. So go downstairs. You can schedule your work days down there, and you can set up something on the money. Any questions? Sure. $745 fines and costs on this file, and 4 days on the court work program. The work program is scheduled as an alternative to jail. So you pick which 4 days you work. So I'm not telling you, for example, you got to do it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. You pick which 4 days. Anything else? Yeah, just go downstairs. They're going to work it all out with you. Go down to the front counter. Yes, sir. To do what? Pay the money or do the work days? To pay the money? Yeah, work something out, whatever you can afford. Yeah. You want due date, you want a monthly payment plan, whatever you can work out downstairs. All right. Good luck.
Advising the state for constitutional rights, favor you, and be not guilty, please.
All right, Mr. Cleese, you understand your rights and options, correct? Do you understand the possible penalty for the charge? Added charge? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today? Did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township on September 20, 2025, or August 20, 2025? At that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied, sir? Counsel satisfied? I'll accept the plea. I'll dismiss all three original charges.
Give us 50 days to pay, please.
All right. What else should I know about Mr. Cleese?
Geez, looking for getting this license, it's turned his life along quite remarkably in the next few months.
Good.
Understanding of that, it takes a little more than a few months to build space. But this is might be a second step. Taking a big first step, which is right.
How long you been clean?
Good, how much?
Good for you. Good for you. Keep it up. Where do you work at?
Yeah, with driveways.
How long you been with the company? Okay. Anything else you want me to know before I sentence you, sir?
That's it, man.
All right. How soon do you think you'll have a license? Next month or two?
It's going through the process.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would probably be 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta have a good, that solid 12 months
Mhm.
of right. Continues.
Yeah. So normally I'm gonna order 4 days on a work program on this one, but that means you gotta be here 4 days. Is that gonna be a problem? Am I setting you up for failure without a driver's license?
He doesn't really know about it.
That's why I'm asking.
So originally, not just you, everybody, for defense like this was 4 days in work program. Standing license issue, it's all in the open, everybody knows about it. Literally doesn't want to sit here for failure for transportation issues, will participate in that. So I don't know if there's an alternative.
There's always an alternative. Yeah. Is it, am I setting you up for a failure if I tell you you gotta be here 4 days to take care of work program?
It would be hard.
All right, I'm gonna have you do 36 hours charity work, community service, any IRS registered 501c3 charity. We've got a list downstairs at the front counter you can ask for. Most of them are in our area, not so close to Novi. But if you want to start with our list, you can do that. But as long as it's a nonprofit, we'll be satisfied. Official documentation from them that shows you've done 36 hours. Let's say by the 1st of December. Can you do it then? A month and a half? All right, got that?
You just didn't tell me.
Oh, the money, $500. Can you pay that today?
30 days, please.
30 days, we can do that. Got it?
Yep.
All right, good luck.
Thank you for everything.
You're welcome. Elizabeth Harris. Good morning, Mr. Duncan.
He was the parents who came out right.
Elizabeth Harris.
Good morning.
Judge, I met with the prosecutor, it's been recommended to the court that my client be allowed to plead to an added count of disorderly person under 771.1 for 6 months. The retail fraud charge would be dismissed.
Thank you. Ms. Harris, did you discuss your rights and options with Mr. Duncan today? You understand all that? You understand the possible penalty for the added charge?
Yeah.
Understanding all of it, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today? All right, Mr. Duncan, why don't you, voir dire, get me some facts from August 4th that support the plea?
This is on August 4th, 65, were you in the township of Van Buren, police station?
Yes,
Were you at a Meyer store there?
yes,
And you went to the Meyer store and did you attempt to steal certain items?
yes.
Can you name a few of the items that you attempted to steal?
That was some t-shirts and some food, I think some frozen pizzas.
When you tried to steal it, you intend to pay for those items?
Yeah.
Thank you, Justice.
I'll accept the plea, dismiss the original charge. Anything I should know before I sentence?
Judge say that in court today, this is the first time she's ever been in trouble. She's remorseful. And I don't think you're going to see her here again.
Where are you working?
At Feller Hospitality,
What do they do?
breakfast for the
Okay. Okay, how long you been with the company? Okay. What was going on? This is not normal behavior for you.
It's not. It was out of character and I was just falling on hard times and it was a totally embarrassing for me. I wish I never did it.
And Judge, just so you know, I always assume when I get a young lady like this in that it's not a person. So I really will.
Yeah.
Make sure. I assume that we all think in this business.
Yeah.
But you finally got caught.
Right.
And after really talking to her, I tend to believe that this
Yeah.
maybe was a fine thing.
Yeah.
And she's not very good.
So my attitude is when I've got somebody that, some kid, it's a different issue. When I've got somebody that's an older adult that hasn't got anything on their record, then I'm worried about what was going on in your life that that caused, what stressors caused you to act out like this? You say you were in a rough spot. Are you in a smoother spot now? So,
That,
okay, okay. You don't need any resources. You're okay. Okay. All right. Anything else I should know before I sentence? All right. I'll go along with the delayed sentence for 6 months. During that time period, stay out of trouble, no new charges. I'm assessing 3 days on the court work program and $500 court costs. Can we take care of the money today?
Yeah.
All right, go downstairs. Cashier will take your money and then she'll send you over to schedule your 3 days on the work program. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
Always a pleasure, Mr. Duncan. Cortez Smiley.
Thank you.
Good morning, counsel.
Good morning again, Judge. For the record, David, I'm suing fee number 52801. On behalf of Mr. Smiley, can you state your name for the record?
Good morning.
Judge, we have reached a resolution. My client prepared to appeal to another licensed driver. The driver license is suspended, again, civil infraction will be dismissed. And I'll read that to accept that resolution.
All right. Mr. Smiley, you understand your rights and options after discussing those with counsel? You understand the possible penalty for the added charge today? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty today freely and voluntarily to the charge? Did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township on August 18, 2025 while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes.
Counsel satisfied?
I am.
So am I. I'll dismiss all 3 of the original charges. What should I know about Mr. Smiley before I sentence him?
I represent Mr. Smiley at East Point. I just happened to look at him today. Get an attorney, so I volunteered to represent him. He's on probation at East Point. He's still on social wage based upon OWI second. And
Stop. How far into probation are you? You just starting probation? You're getting towards the end? How long you been on probation there? Okay, go ahead, counsel.
Judge, we would ask the court just to both sides, and he's looking for 30 days.
Okay. Where do you work, Mr. Smiley?
Case manager for a law firm
Okay.
on accidents.
You should be doing radio. Yeah. You got a radio voice.
I do commercials for
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. All right. Anything else you want me to consider before I sentence you?
Your Honor. I wasn't aware of that license and so on. As you see, I called OWI, kept my license, and they didn't ever send me anything in the mail stating that I
Okay.
lost my license. So, and the officer said it looked like I lost your license like a week ago. We were notified. So,
Did you ever get notice?
no, I got notice once I finally went to Secretary of State about it.
Right.
And they said they sent it to an old address.
Okay.
It was a week prior to me getting the car tried.
All right. Anything else, gentlemen?
Nothing for.
Fines that cost $500, pay within 30.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good day.
You as well. My bad.
Diana Hanson. Morning, Josh. Do you have Hanson on the docket twice? Because I only have one file. Oh, she's in there. Jamie only called one. Miss Hanson, are you going forward today without an attorney? All right. It is my understanding that you're going to plead guilty to 2 charges of no valid operator's license on person. The prosecutor wants me to dismiss 1 drove while license suspended charge from January 20th and 1 from November 23. Is that correct? Okay.
say good morning.
Good morning. Did you read your rights form? You understand those rights and the options they give you? You understand the possible penalty for the charges? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to these 2? All right, let's start with November 23, 24. Did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied? I'll accept your plea on that one. On January 20, 2025, did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied? You understand that these, when these charges hit your record, the Secretary of State is likely to resuspend you.
Oh, I did not know, but now I do.
All right. What is the status of your license? What do you have to do to get, you owe money? What's the problem?
I stay European State. Haven't had my license for the last 6 months.
Okay. So they're probably going to resuspend it for some period of time because of these. Are you working? Where do you work and how long have you been employed there?
Is that true? For 6 months.
Who do you work for?
Right.
What do they do?
We have contracts with, and cash all the regulars on.
Got it. Anything else you want me to consider before I sentence you?
You get the best price you can. Other than that, I'm just trying to do my best.
All right, one file you've posted $150, correct?
280 for the one, both of my please.
I think some of that went to a civil infraction.
I just came in, I think last Thursday, so I thought that's when my court date was
Right.
paid, 130 for the other month.
Yeah, it looks like you took care of a no proof of insurance and a defective equipment. Did you pay those?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all your money's not on these files. Some of your money went to close those files. You follow me? All right, well, I'm only showing one bond of $150. You got anything that I'm not seeing?
I did it like 4 days ago.
The 272A file, the 2025 file, she posted $130 on it.
Oh, okay. All right, so 130 on one, 150 on the other, is that right? All right, anything else? All right, on each one of these files, your bonds will apply. Can you pay the balance today, or do you need to work something out?
Payment plan would appreciate.
All right. All right. Go downstairs and set that up at the counter. You're welcome. McClendon?
Yeah, the thing on that with Mr. Earnson's, but I think just actually writing free trial. She's taking for that.
Good morning.
She grabbed, set the show cause or free trial, I'm sorry. I guess they let.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Got about 5 different dockets committed today, so if there's any warrants, we ask anything to be recalled at this point in time, you can put here and done short. We have reached a resolution in this matter, Your Honor. The pending driving while license suspended will be dismissed and determined considering a guilty plea of no operator's license on person. And the civil infraction on the B case, the traffic signal will be dismissed.
All right, and there's a warrant file on a Romulus file today. If you ask, Angela might be able to take care of that today.
Is it on this? So it's
I've got two Drobo licenses. I got a Van Buren that had the civil infraction, that's the plea agreement, and then I've got another one that's just a warrant status Romulus case,
okay.
which is not on the docket.
Okay. I didn't know if because Dave's sitting over, I got Dave's pleas on the docket. He's running right now with Judge Martin. So I just didn't.
on the docket?
Who are we on? And
No, it's okay.
McClendon.
London, we have Ernest, we have 2 files.
Okay, because I've only got one on the plea agreement.
I didn't.
Yeah, this will be traffic control.
Yeah, that's this, yeah, but that's all you got is one misdemeanor, one civil infraction? Yeah, so the Romulus case is not on the docket. It's in warrant status. So let's take care of this one. I'll let you go talk to Angela and see if you can take care of the Romulus one as well. I'll leave that one there. All right, Mr. McClendon, you discussed your rights and options? Understand all that? Do you understand the possible penalty for the added charge?
All right, pause right here, because this is where things get really interesting. What you're watching isn't just another routine plea. It's a judge actively balancing fairness with accountability. Notice how he acknowledges the defendant's effort to fix past mistakes, but doesn't let that erase the consequences. This is classic courtroom strategy. Reward progress, but still enforce the law. And here's the real question. If someone is trying to turn their life around, how much leniency should they actually get? Because right now, the judge is walking a very fine line between second chances and strict justice.
Are you pleading guilty to that charge freely and voluntarily today? Did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township on August 19, 2025? Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied at that time? I'll accept your plea to the added charge. I'll dismiss both the original charges that were issued on August 19th. What's the status of the license now? Just, you owe money? All right, are you working? Where do you work?
Yeah.
What do they do? How long you been there? Good. Anything else I should know before I sentence you?
Just that, yeah, as you said, making admirable steps to try to get this whole thing wrapped up and not have to worry about who's in the rearview mirror.
Yep. All right, looks like you have a total of $1,200 that you owe us on other stuff. Are you on a payment plan now? Are you in a position you can commit to some regular payments? All right, so today's file is not part of that 12. Today's file is $500 fines plus court costs and 4 days on the court work program. So go downstairs, set up a payment plan, get started on some kind of monthly, regular, weekly payments, whatever you can do, and schedule 4 days on the work program. You pick the days. Any questions? Good luck. We'll see you again in a minute, hopefully. I've got the file right here. Sullivan, Dylan.
Thank you. Attorney Josh, I have everything on behalf of witness Dylan Sullivan, today's arraignment and pre-trial. The way forward will be the arraignment stand you. As partner plead not guilty. Mr. Sullivan, please put your name on the record, sir. Dylan Sullivan.
All right, final pretrial complainant to appear.
Is Stephon Johnson. The only other thing we have to address is the no contact between now and this court date.
What time you want to, what time you want to do that on the 4th, Heather?
I'm with you guys that day, so whatever makes it easiest on the docket.
8:30? All right, you're working?
Yes.
Where do you work? How long you been there? All right. What's the complainant's name? Do you know?
Stephon Johnson with an F. S-T-E-A-N. Last name common spelling Johnson.
All right, Mr. Sullivan, is that a gentleman you know or is that a stranger to you? So is there any reason for you to have contact with him? I'm going to put you on a personal bond. First condition is the obvious one, stay out of trouble. Second one's pretty obvious, show up in court December 4th. Third one is no contact with Mr. Johnson. No phone calls, no letters, no social media contact. You see him at Taco Bell, you're eating at Burger King, no contact. Understood? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you screw that up? Any questions?
No.
You can put your hand down. You owe us $882 on some civil infractions. Are you in a position to set up some kind of payment plan?
Yes.
Do that today before you leave the building? All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Raymond McKinney.
All right. Hey, Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowden, appearing on behalf of and with Mr. McKinney. Sir, Judge, your name, please. Thank you, sir. Your Honor, today's the balance of the arraignment in wait for me to stand here. We've also had a chance to prosecutor to adjourn this matter. We have no objection. I believe she has designated November 20th. We have no objections to that.
Time, Heather?
8:30.
All right, you'd waive formal reading, you said? I'll enter not guilty plea. Are you working, sir? Where do you work?
Fire
What's that? What do you do?
I'm the service agent.
What do they do? Automotive stuff? How long you been with the company? Where'd you work before that?
Fire, USA.
How long were you with that company? Good. All right, I'm gonna put you on a personal bond on this one. First condition is the obvious one, that you stay out of trouble. Second one, you show up in court on November 20th at 8:30 in the morning. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you mess up on bond? Any questions? You're all set.
Your Honor, we get notice today.
Yep, just a few minutes.
I believe there's also a no contact order, to be.
Not on any paperwork I saw.
I've explained to him.
Brianna Lindsay.
Ready, Your Honor? Your Honor, for the record, Jeff Dodds, is not the
Good morning.
And Your Honor, today's date, time set for ranking and stand to go formal meeting statement. Also had a chance to pre-trial this. We have executed his plea, subject to court approval, and that agreement is, Lindsay's going to be in charge of retail fraud, with the understanding the back will be taken from a 7 month for a period of 6 months. The understanding being, if she complies with all the court's wishes at the expiration of 6 months, they may consider dismissal of these charges. There is restitution paid $51.81.
5181?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Lindsay, did you discuss your rights with counsel?
Yes, I did.
You understand those rights and the options they give you? You understand the possible penalty for today's charge? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today? On June 25, 2025, did you try to take some merchandise from a store in Van Buren Township without paying for that merchandise?
Yeah.
All right. What store was that? Walmart? What was the merchandise? Satisfied, Mr. Bowles? So am I. What should I know before I sentence?
Your Honor, this was a one-off deal for the Sarah Pinto.
All right.
She was needed for Florida, Your Honor. She'd have a bunch of them. No excuses.
All right. Are you working, Miss Lindsay? Where do you work? How long? Okay. All right. And no prior history. So this is not normal behavior for you. What was going on?
Like I said, I lied in my basket of these things, so I honestly may have this that I don't.
All right.
I'm really not even sure what item it was, but I feel like I do it all the time, right? For the next day, so.
All right. Anything else you want me to consider? I'll delay sentence for 6 months. During that time period, stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses. Court costs are assessed the amount of $350 plus the $51.81 for restitution. Can you pay that today?
You wanna,
No, the $401.81. Make plans downstairs. You also owe us $900 on other files. Just get it all rolled into one. All right, good luck. Deshaun Sewell?
Hey, Your Honor, for the record, Jeff Dodds, hearing on behalf of
Thank you.
Your Honor, today's date time set for rating in this matter, we're grateful. Standing. Also had a chance to pre-trial this case, we have an executed plea agreement. Subject to court approval, in that agreement, Mr. Sewell will be pleading guilty to the added count, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive vehicle with the understanding the original charge would be dismissed.
Sir, did you discuss your rights and options with Mr. Bowditch? You understand those rights and the options those rights give you? And do you understand the possible penalty for the added charge? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to that charge today? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today, sir? Did you drive a vehicle at or near the airport on August 17, 2020? Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied at the time? I'll accept your plea, dismiss the original charge. What's the status now, Mr. Bowditch?
Your Honor, it's a 5-year-old case. But he has been working through the court systems as.
And now we're back to the same crossroads. Work program or failure. The judge is even asking directly, am I setting you up to fail? That's not something you hear every day in court. It shows awareness, but also a warning. Because at the end of the day, the system gives options, but it doesn't guarantee success. If the defendant says, yes, I can do it, the responsibility is locked in. No excuses later. This is the moment where decisions turn into consequences, and consequences turn into life-changing outcomes.
A couple to go before he gets his license.
Good. You working? Where do you work? How long you been at Amazon? When are you going to get your license back? Any idea? So it's just a matter of paying the money off? Okay. All right. So generally speaking, I'm going to order 4 days work program in this charge. That means you have to be here 4 days at 8 o'clock in the morning. If that's setting you up for a failure, I'll give you another option. You schedule the days. Yeah, you don't have to do 4 days in a row. Can you do that? You sure? All right. All right, on the file, what do we got? All right, fines and costs $555 and 4 days on the court work program. Can you pay that today or do you need options? Set that up downstairs when you set up your work program. Any questions? Good luck with your license. Is it Desera Shaw? Shaw?
Ready, Your Honor. Your Honor, for the record, Jeff Bowditch, hearing on behalf of the defendant. Ma'am, can you tell us everything in the record, please? That's the right. Thank you, ma'am. Your Honor, today's date for violation of probation in this matter. I believe Ms. Shaw was sentenced maybe around February.
Yeah, early February.
She was supposed to do 10 hours of community service. She has completed none. So we're pleading guilty to the violation. We've had a nice talk. She promises now, if the court is willing to extend her a little mercy, she'll have everything done by the end of November.
What was the problem?
Well, she had school. She's just now graduating and getting up some free time.
Where'd you finish school at? Well, now you've got a retail fraud conviction on your record, which I'm assuming you didn't have any convictions before. All right. 20 hours community service. And I'll give you until December 1st. Actually, I'll give you until January 1. Good luck. Amala Bradley. Good morning, counsel.
Morning, John. Trustee, so on behalf of with, I'm over there.
How you been? It's been a while. You haven't been out here for a while. Yeah, yeah, good to see you. Yeah. What are we doing with Miss Bradley?
Trustee is going to plead guilty to the allowing person out.
Believe it. Yeah.
My wife and daughter.
And I keep telling her I use it all up here. What are we doing for Miss Stutz?
Judge Breed, you see from change to a failure to report.
Yep.
Signed off on her rights. And she's gonna accept that plea as we stand here today.
All right. Ms. Stutz, did you discuss your rights and options with counsel? Understood all that? And do you understand the possible penalty for the added charge? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to the charge freely and voluntarily today? Counsel, would you voir dire and give me the facts I need?
September 27th, 2025, were you at the airport here in Romulus?
Yeah.
And at that time, did you have a minor accident in the parking garage? And ultimately, at that time, you left the scene at that time? Okay, you did give your identification, Mr. Gibbons. Yes. That is it. Thank you.
You satisfied?
Yeah.
So am I. I'll accept the plea, dismiss the original charge. What should I know before I sentence?
Judge, my client's single mom. She's been working steadfast for the last couple of decades in the advertising business. She travels quite a bit out of town and out of town. She keeps coming back to Washington, D.C. 25 years ago, she had a blemish on her record, but she's been the chair of the second best time.
All right. Don't feel that you have to, but is there anything you want to add? All right. You're welcome. All right, I think I said this. I accepted the added plea, dismiss the original charge, fines and costs on this file, $350. Can you take care of it today? All right. Go downstairs, see our cashier. Counsel, I love the tie. Yeah.
Great seeing you. This place has really changed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good seeing you. Well,
Have a nice day. David, is it man? Come on up. Good morning, Mr. Mays.
Good morning, Your Honor. William Mays, on behalf of Mr. Mann. Judge, I filed a data master motion. Prosecutors asked 30 days to respond. When we tried to resolve the case, perhaps short of the motion, so I granted their request.
20th?
Just make sure that I've got 3 dates though, because
Yeah.
November is a real mess right now.
How about December 4th?
I got an in-person 14B at 9, but I can be here by say 11.
If we do the motion.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what was that date? December 4th? December 4, 11 a.m.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Will that be before you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we keep the motions.
see you then.
All right. Have a good day, John.
Thanks, Judge.
We'll get you a motion or a notice, Mr. Mann. Just have a seat. We'll get you a piece of paper. Crosley? Ms. Crosley, are you going forward today without benefit of a court-appointed attorney? All right, the prosecutors asked me to dismiss the charge against you from May 30th. I'm assuming that's all right with you. Have a nice day. You're welcome. How about cannoli? How do you say it? Connolly? How do you say it? Say it again. Canol. You're not using that last E. Come on up. Are you going forward today without the attorney? You've met with the prosecutor. You've agreed to pay fines and costs of $250 on a double parking, and all three original charges would be dismissed. Is that right? Can you pay the $250 today? Go downstairs, make arrangements. We'll put all this on ice until that $250 gets paid, and then we'll dismiss the original charges. Understood? Any questions? You sure? Downstairs. You're welcome. I'm going to do the double parking on the C. Charge
What you
against
just
you
witnessed
from May
isn't just
30th.
a
I'm
series
assuming
of
that's all right
cases.
with
It's
you.
a system in motion.
Have a nice day.
Every fine, every
You're welcome.
condition, every second chance comes with a cost. Some people walk
How
out,
about
others walk
cannoli?
out with pressure that
How do you
follows
say
them
it?
for
Connolly?
months,
How do you say it?
even years.
Say it
And
again.
Here's the part most don't
Canol.
realize. The courtroom isn't
You're
where the
not using that
story
last
ends.
E.
It's where the real test
Come on up.
begins.
Are
Because
you
once
going
those
forward today
doors
without the
close,
attorney?
There's no judge
You met with the
watching.
prosecutor.
No second chances being handed out.
You've
Just
agreed to pay
choices
fines and
and
costs
consequences.
of $200